In this episode, Monster Mansion stands silent but alive, its secrets ready to be revealed through the lens, capturing the heartbeat of HighLife Asia's untold story. This is Hong Kong, a city where anything is possible and everything can change in an instant. I'm Mark Byrne, and this is the inside story of my journey to make HighLife Asia a global reality. This isn't just a show. Every decision, every deal could alter everything. Stay with me, because this is a race against time and the world is watching. I'm Mark Byrne, and you're tuning into In the Making of HighLife Asia reality TV show Behind the Scenes. I have got something very, very exciting to show you today. It's a little bit different again, because we are going to be exploring monster mansions together. I hope you're excited to explore this episode together as I am, because it's very, very unique. It's been in multiple TV and films all across the world. So let's explore monster mansions together. Okay, now this is actually very, very, very exciting. And I'm glad that you've joined me on this little journey of exploring monster mansions together. This does seem to be extremely popular for TV and film, and I'm going to give you a little tour to give you a little bit of background about monster mansions. It's 5 buildings all together, and the main one is Yik Chong. So yes, it's over 5 buildings, and on the ground floor they have lots of different types of shops. So it's also Yik Chong, Yik Fat building. So this was created in the 1960s, housing over 2,000 homes with thousands and thousands of residents. So it actually is quite impressive. It was in the Transformers movie. If you've watched the Transformers, of course. I haven't. So, oh my goodness, I know. So just to give you a little bit more of a background about this place, yes, it was in the Transformers, The Age of Existence, and some movie called Ghost in the Shell. I have got no idea what those movies are at all. But like over 2,000 people here. And it's basically some sort of little L shape because of the ventilations when this all kind of popped up in the 1960s. Because with the housing boom, with the post-war, so obviously a lot of people were just busy. It's a very different feeling. I actually think it's quite nice. And there, as you can see, there are other little people doing their filming here. It's quite impressive. So if you are going to come, you need to be quite respectful as well, because these are thousands and thousands of people live here. So yeah, what do you think? It's got up to 5 buildings across it. Now this is actually quite spectacular. So it's Phuk Chong Mountain Mansions, Oceanic Mansion. Yeah, that area was great to see. I'm glad that I went to explore Monster Mansion. Can't believe that would been up since the 1960s, and then being in Transformers. It's a great little place to explore. But this area in general, to be fair, I know obviously people talk about Hong Kong being a concrete jungle, but this area out here in Quarry Bay, there's just so many high-rises just everywhere, and everything is quite close together. So it's definitely not the mid-levels, definitely not indeed, but still an okay area. Just don't think I would want to necessarily move out here, but it's different. Very, very different, but still nice at the same time. It's quite nice as well that you've got your little shops and you've got your eateries, as you can see just here with this little courtyard. But you can get your laundry done, so which is quite nice. And they're doing more little shops here as well. So it's quite impressive. I can see why it was a tourist spot or a film spot for all these people. But look how overcrowded this is. This is mad. Yes, so it's a lovely little area. Highly recommended to come out and see. It's very, very colourful, and it's great because they've got loads of little shops as well. And you've got your little acupuncture. So they have made everything quite nice and convenient in this little, so it's multi-functioning area. But it is quite fascinating, this area, indeed. And maybe that's our solicitor. And this was all because of post-war with the housing boom
with all the babies popping up everywhere. So I hope you've enjoyed this little experience of Monster Mansion. My concern would be with all this, just all around, all these people. Well, first of all, health and safety, that wouldn't be too good. And I don't even know if these are a walk-up. But even if it wasn't a walk-up, can you imagine if there was a fire? And that would just be not like good at all. My concern would be as well, what if you run out of milk? And then you're on the top floor and you have to come the whole way down. And then whether you are walking down or there are the lifts, and just all the people, or what about if you have a little dog or maybe an alpaca and then they need to go to the toilets and taking them out? It would be a wee bit stressful. I just don't know if I could really do it. But look, it is a splendid area. I would definitely recommend coming out to see. Quite spectacular. What do you think? Do you like it? Okay, we can get through this. Well, I hope you're enjoying this little bit of experience. And the great thing is, from mansions to Quarry Bay Park, this is night and day. And this is only, I think it took me less than 5 minutes to walk here. So that's pretty good if you do want a break from that highly condensed area. As you'll be able to see behind me, there's still quite a lot of like tall buildings very, very close to each other. So this area is just lovely and we are going to explore it together. It's very, very pretty. A part of the urban development of honkers of Hong Kong. Oh, there's the man in there doing his work. Just really with the density of it. I don't know if it would be my first place of recommended accommodation within Hong Kong, but it is quite spectacular. It does have a nice feel to it as well. It doesn't feel like Chongqing mansions were, they were nice as well, a wee bit more peculiar. So I hope you're enjoying. I just wanted to bring you just around this little area because Quarry Bay, it's much more up and coming area. So a lot of luxury brands, whether it is LVMH, Richmond Group, Hearing, all those and more. So they decided to move all their HQs from downtown Hong Kong out to here because the rent and everything's just dramatically cheaper. It would just be a fraction of the price, and it's only 20 minutes on the MTR, so it's quite good. Look, I think it's a nice little area. However, if you're going to compare it to Charter Gardens or the Botanical Gardens or Hong Kong Park, I would be choosing any of the other three because it's grand out here, but it's nothing like the other places that we've been and visiting. At least this park has got one thing which is really nice. Look at that with Alice in Wonderland. Hello, darlings, and your big gumball machine. Now, was there a gumball machine in Alice in Wonderland? See, absolutely gorge. So one area out of this park that I can say that it is a good feature. The rest of it, bit of a letdown, to be honest. And it says for a quiet environment, keep your voice down. That might be hard for some nationalities. I won't say the nationalities though. That's not my place. Yes, it's great. You come out here, you're jogging. It's good. It's no Hong Kong Park though. Definitely not. Look at all those buildings. It is highly densely populated out here, but it's good though. Wouldn't necessarily be where I would want to live. I do prefer more mid-level. This seems to be quite popular with joggers. And look at that. They've got the little bit of installation with the bunny rabbits. So I think this is all down to Alice in Wonderland, maybe. Was there a gumball machine in Alice in Wonderland? I'm not too sure if there was. And then you've got your lollipop. I was never really into lollipops though. Right, let's see. We're just going to explore. So this here is very much to get away from more that concrete. I swear to God, it is like night and day when you've got your nice little seating. Now, this is slightly confusing. You've got this gorgeous little seating area in there, and it says no entry. Now, that doesn't make sense to me. What do you think? Thank God there's that breeze. It's hot, right? And then you've got a football field around here. If you're into football, rather do netball. No, to be fair, it'd be crap at netball as well. never mind football. So it's quite a good little pitch. So we're taking all this into consideration. Part of this all behind the scenes as well of In the Making of HighLife Asia. So with me exploring all this, it's but looking very much like different places. What I would think, what is more my HighLife, what I think would be suitable to be a part of the show. I just don't think that I would be really gravitating to this area. It doesn't really feel expensive enough for me, but everyone's got a different HighLife and we do appreciate, but look, it's pretty. This park is pretty, but at the same time, there's just something missing about it. And I wouldn't be making it a priority, or, you know, even if you were a tourist. And I hope you've really enjoyed exploring Monster Mansions together and the Bay Park. So it was quite nice. So I am past this area, so we can get home to take care of Harley. So it's quite nice. Look at this installation that is Entitled Place. If you are coming along, make sure you stop by this area as well. And it's got this feature behind me, which is quite gorgeous. If you like this type of content, click subscribe and give us a like so you never miss out on an episode. So until the next time, be good to yourself, be good to your friends, be good to your family, and be your most true, authentic self. So peace out.
In the next episode of In the Making of HighLife Asia Behind the Scenes, prepare to be immersed in the haunting beauty of the 10,000 Buddhist monastery, where silence speaks louder than words.
And if you like this type of content, click subscribe and give us a like so you never miss out on an episode. So until the next time, peace out.